Well, hey there. How about we dive in with another reading from the Secret Language of Birthdays book for June 2nd, the day of the problem solver. And here we got a picture of a brick maze with a ladder going in. That's right. To solve some problems, I suppose. Hey, is it June 2nd and it's your birthday? Well, if it is, I just want to say happy birthday. And if this video finds you long after that day has passed, well, I hope you had a happy birthday. For everyone else who's just joining us out of curiosity or arriving here randomly, I want to say welcome and I hope you enjoy yourself. All right, let's dive in. Your month is June. Your day is the 2nd. Your sign is 11 to 13 degrees Gemini of the Gemini I period. And your quality and elements is mutable air. June 2nd, the day of the problem solver. For those born on June 2, problems and difficulties abound. This is not as bad as it seems, however, for dealing with these obstacles is, for them, a way of life. As a matter of fact, when things are going too smoothly, June 2 people may search for or even create new problems to work on. Those born on this day often choose professions where they help others cope with difficulty. In this way, they can outwardly objectify personal problems that they have been dealing with all their lives. Rarely will June 2 women marry a simple, uncomplicated person. Indeed, being married to a problematic personality provides endless challenges, but also interesting involvement. Unfortunately, those women who have such a relationship can also suffer deep emotional frustration, coming to grips with the limitations of their partner and the denial of their own needs. The lives of June 2 people are rarely, if ever, dull. Indeed, constant variety is required to satisfy the complicated needs and urges of those born on this day. And thus, new projects and new endeavors abound. Failure in no way dampens the enthusiasm of these hardy souls. In fact, June 2 people grow more steadfast with each passing day, learning to withstand almost anything, from personal setbacks to calamities of all sorts. Ultimately, nothing is viewed as an overwhelming catastrophe in a life chock full of small disasters. Everything becomes relative, a matter of degree. Because those born in this day are super dependable and capable of handling most any crisis that comes along. They are extremely valuable both at home and at work. They must, however, control an inclination for offering unwanted advice. Unsurprisingly, the emotional life of June 2 people is rocky. Their feelings are very complex and difficult to characterize. Though, as stated above, June 2 people handle crisis with great aplomb, it is in their own lives lasting calm sometimes seems out of reach, and as they go through periodic upheavals. Moreover, their impulses lead them not to security, comfort, and happiness, but to more precarious situations. Although they value freedom, it is actually commitment which attracts June 2 people. Again and again, they essentially give up their personal freedom by tying themselves to someone else. And they actually may be either contributing to the other person's unhappiness or to their own. But as they see it, everything is for the good. Rarely do June 2 people recognize the unusual nature of their relationships, nor are they particularly interested in fathoming their own quote-unquote problems. Yet through all their difficulties, the excellent organizers born on this day do achieve a kind of stability in their lives, and as they grow older, it seems as if there is nothing they cannot handle. All right, let's move on to those born on this day. And if you're not interested in hearing that, just advance forward in the chapters and move on to your numbers and planets, your tarot and health, etc. That's what they're there for. That's right. Don't skip away needlessly or hastily there. All right. Those born on this day. Thomas Hardy, who was a British 19th century novelist, wrote Tess of the D'Urbanvilles and Jude the Obscure. He was also a poet and an architect. We have Marquis de Sade, who was a French writer, Justine, and a sexual sadist, writer of pornographic works, tales of depravity, and served many years in prison for sadomasochistic crimes. His name again was Marquis de Sade, or Sade, I'm not quite sure. Alessandro de Cagliostro was an Italian alchemist, a charlatan, forger, a healer, a medium, dispenser of love, filters, spelled with a PH, and young elixirs, imprisoned as a heretic. We have Marvin Hamish, or Hamlish rather, was a songwriter, film, and Broadway composer. Lottie Reiniger, German film animator, made the first full-length animated film, The Adventures of Prince Ahmed. Charlie Watts was a British drummer of the Rolling Stones, Charlie Watts Big Band. Albert Inarato, I suppose, playwright and a director. Sir Edward Elgar was a British Victorian composer. Johnny Weissmuller, a U.S. Olympic 5 gold medal winning freestyle swimmer and a film actor of Tarzan fame. We have Stacy Keach, the film TV actor. Sally Kellerman, who was also a film actress. Edwin Way Teale, naturalist, writer, illustrator. Milo O'Shea, Irish film stage actor. Kevin Brownlow, a British TV producer, film director. It Happened Here, and writer of Behind the Mask of Innocence. And he also restored and reworked Abel Grace's Napoleon. We have Pedro Guerrero, who's a baseball slugger. Let's see, Felix Weingartner was an opera conductor, composer. Constantine II was a Greek king. Pope Pius X. We have Gary Grimes, an actor, and Samuel Harwick, an engineer. And let's move on to your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 2nd of the month are ruled by the number 2 and by the moon. And since those ruled by the number 2 are better coworkers and partners, this helps June 2 people fit in better at work and in relationships. However, it may also act as a brake on serious individual initiative and action, producing frustration, especially since the moon's influence is strongly reflective and passive. The combined influence of the moon and Mercury, ruler of Gemini, can make for glib and facile responses and desire to please. This is particularly true for many second children born on this day who grow up subordinated to a more powerful sibling. All right, moving on to your tarot. The second card of the major arcana is the Priestess. Shown seated on her throne, calm and impenetrable, she is a spiritual woman who reveals hidden forces, or reveals rather hidden forces and secrets, and empowering us with that knowledge. Favorable qualities of this card are silence, intuition, reserve, and discretion, while negative values are secretiveness, mistrust, indifference, and inertia. All right, moving on to your health. Since June 2 people are usually social creatures, they may gain weight after too many parties and dinners out. Vegetarian dishes can limit excess fat in the diet, and when at home, June 2 people can better control their calorie intake by developing cooking skills. As far as exercise is concerned, one-on-one competitive sports like racquetball and tennis are good for June 2 people and release their frustrations. Those born on this day are themselves experts in matters of health and diet, but should beware of giving too much advice to others except, of course, in a professional capacity. Regular and extended vacations are essential for the overworked nervous systems of those born on this day. And here is some advice. Don't carry the world on your shoulders. Think of yourself more often and cultivate independence. Don't always involve other people in your plans, and try doing things alone sometimes. Actively seek happiness and contentment, and be guarded with your advice. And here is your meditation. Wishes too often come true. All right, here are your strengths and your weaknesses. You're inventive, adaptable, problem-solving. And your weaknesses, picky, problem-creating. Obverse of that coin, eh? Your season is spring, and once again, you're a Gemini, of the Gemini 1 period specifically, and your quality and elements is mutable, air. And this has been June 2nd, the day of the problem solver. From The Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and Joost. I have a affiliate link down in the description if you're interested in discovering more about this book. And you shop through that or get you a copy of this to support the channel, support me, and I'd appreciate it. Hey, did this speak to you? Let me know down in the comments one way or the other. I'm interested to find out. I didn't think this spoke to me when I read my day, but some friends kind of told me why they thought it did. And upon reflection and putting my ego aside, I was like, hey, you know what? You're probably right. I didn't even think about that. But in any event, this has been The Secret Language of Birthdays. And if today was your birthday, I just want to say happy birthday. And for everyone else who's just joining us, out of curiosity, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I hope you come back for your birthday reading. All right. Take care of yourselves.